So hello everyone, welcome to this video. I know you are thinking that I was gone for a long time, about 2-3 months, because my exams were there, and I apologize for that. And I will now continue to make videos regularly on a weekly basis. I think maybe weekly or 2 weekly. So that will be my agenda for now. Let's see, we can create a lot of content and help the whole community to get over TryHackMe and all the things which I found in my journey. So in this video we are going over a very important room which is related to blue teaming stuff, that is autopsy. So we are going to use autopsy and we need to investigate the artifacts which are given to us, and there is a VM attached. I have already started the machine, as you can see. I have already given the IP address also, and let's move on to the task 1, which is the introduction. Let's know about what is autopsy. The autopsy is the premier open source. So it is an open source forensic platform which is fast, easier to use, capable of analyzing all types of mobile devices and digital media. So it has a wide range of applications, and you can also see that there is given that in the law enforcement, national security, litigation support and corporate investigation, etc things are the applications. So in these sectors we can use autopsy. So it is actually used there, and there is also a lot of plugins given here, and we can make our own also, since it is a open source. So we can make our own modules also, and that module is actually known as ingest module, and I will talk about it in some seconds. Let's see about this room, and it has nothing special about it, and I've just started the machine. Let's see about the installation also doesn't have a lot of information, so we will just skip it, and we go over to the workflow overview. So in the task 3, that is workflow overview, I will just open up autopsy. So I will open up the autopsy, and it will give us a hands-on experience about using it and analyzing it. So it is starting the modules. And meanwhile we see that what is the basic overflow, or what are the steps we need to do. So in order to do something analysis of the analysis work, we need to create a case for the data source, and we need to select the data source, and we can also configure the ingest modules or the plugins which we need to do some special works about the analysis. And the next thing is review the artifacts extracted by the ingest modules, and the next thing is creating the report. So it is pretty easy, and if you open up the autopsy, there are three options given to us, that is open recent case, open case, open new case. Okay, or we can make a new case. So if I click here on open new case, so we need to provide a case name, we need to provide the base directory, and we need to specify that what is the case type. Is it multi-user or it is single user, or there is the given that there it is given that case data will be stored in the following directory. So we can specify, I don't think we can specify, but it will automatically make a directory for that. So I will press cancel, since we don't need to make a new case, and we have already given us the case. So here we see that there are some screenshots given to us, and in order to do all these things, all the analysis work, we need to open up the case which we are given. On the desktop you will see that there is a sample case folder. Just open it, and you go over to the sample case.aut. So as you see, this .aut file is something like weird because it has an AUT extension, but I may say you that I am saying you that .aut file is the file extension for any autopsy case. Okay, so if you find any .aut file, then just consider that it is a autopsy file case. So I will click on it and open it. So it is opening it, and it will say take some seconds, and we will see about it, and I will show you something. So here we are countered with the missing image notification, that is saying that one of the images associated with this case is missing. So would you like to search them for now? So we can actually search for the image we require. Okay, but in this virtual machine we are not provided the image, so we cannot do so. And if you are not given, then you can safely press no, and if you press no, there will be no problems and you will be opening up the panel, the user interface. In the user interface, you see there are a lot of sections in the left side and in the right side also. There is the data sources, views, file types, deleted files, file size, results, tags, reports, all other things. We will go deep into it, but before, let's see what the room says. And as I just mentioned that disk image was not given to us, and we just analyzed it from the autopsy case file only, the .aut file only. So that means the disk image is not mandatory. Okay, so that is not mandatory, and we can analyze from the .aut file only. So the autopsy file end with which file extension? I mentioned it a lot of times from before, .aut. Task 4, data sources. Let's move on to the data sources. Let's read something about it, and I will show you that there is the option of add data source. So this add data source actually tells us that what all data sources we can select or we can combine with this. So most of the time you will use disk image or VM file only, and in this section of the room we are going to see about the disk image or VM file only. And the disk image or VM file which is supported with autopsy are the raw single, which is with the extensions img, dd, raw, bin, and many more. And there is the second one, raw split, that is splitted into some parts, and that is 001, 002, AA, AB, and there is some pattern with them. The next is ncase, that is E01, E02, and there can be anything like that. Okay, so it makes also a pattern. The next is virtual machine. If you use virtual machine usually, then you may know that the virtual machine storage are given as VMDK or VHD. So that's the thing. Okay, so and there is one more note also, that if you have a multiple files, like in the ncase or in the raw split, you have 001, 002, 003, many more. Okay, so you just need to point out 001 only, and autopsy will automatically detect all other 002 or 003 or many more like that. Okay, so you just need to point on one of that. So that's the thing. The next with us is about the question. In the above screenshot, what is the disk image image format for suspect HD? So let's see the screenshot. As we can see, the screenshot says that suspects HD.E01. That means it is a ncase file. since it is an ncase file, the disk image format is ncase. That's the correct answer. So let's move on to the ingest modules task. That is, in simple definition, you can say it as a browser, an extension to a browser. Like you use a VPN extension to a browser and you get the VPN power. In the same way, ingest modules are for Autopsy. They provide a special power or special feature to Autopsy and let us analyze in certain way. Okay. And in this section, in this room actually, we are not going to go over a lot of things in ingest modules. You just need to read only about ingest modules and nothing else is there. Okay, so I will just show you the option that how to run it. If you just click on data sources and I will just open it up, and here you see by right clicking you can see that there is an option called run ingest modules. So if I just click on it, and there are a lot of ingest modules here. Okay, so there are a lot of ingest modules and I am not going to run all these. I am just trying to cancel it. And the next thing we need to know is that when you run all these ingest modules, then the analysis of these modules will be given in here in the ingest inbox. As you can see, it is like a mail sign, and you click on it and you get a lot of analysis works or the notifications from the ingest modules. So that's the thing, and nothing more special. So let's complete it. The next is the user interface. I will actually skip the user interface. Why? Because we will analyze all those things, or we will know all those things just by analyzing the data which we are given here. Okay, so I will just briefly give you the idea of what all things are given to us in the user interface. So wait for it, since we are going over the task 7, that is data analysis. So the data analysis is about the case scenario that is given. An employee was suspected of leaking company data. A disk image was retrieved from the machine. You were assigned to perform the initial analysis. Further action will be determined based on the initial findings. So we need to analyze things. We are given the autopsy case file and so on. So the reminder is given that we have to click no when we are notified with the missing image, and we don't need to run any ingest modules. So let's move on to the first question, that is, what is the full name of the operating system version? So let me just give you a brief overview over the user interface, so that eventually we will go over to the questions also. So let's see that in the left columns you can see there is the data sources, which says about the data source, and in the data source there are certain volumes which are actually present in the hard drive or the system drive. Okay, so there is one allocated and another is unallocated. So these are the things, and here is the views section. In the views section you can see there is a file type section, and we can search file types by extension or by MIME type. Okay, and there is the deleted file section also. There is file size section also. We can analyze many more things there. We can know that what is the size range of certain file, and on the basis of that range we can find all those files which are in between those. The next is the results. Results is actually very important. I will show you why. Because results have a lot of things in it, that is extracted content, keyword hits, has set hits. It's like a tongue twister actually. Has set hits, and email messages, interesting items, accounts. Okay, so if I just expand the extracted content, we see a lot of sections here, we see a lot of subsections here. There is the encryption suspected, extension mismatch detected, installed programs, metadata, operating system information. So we are given here a subsection of operating system information. That means we can find easily here about the operating system information. So we can if we want to know, as we are given the question, that what is the full name of operating system version, so we can find it here. If we go here, then we analyze that program name is given as Windows 7 Ultimate Service Pack 1. That means it is the version. So I will just copy it. I will just copy it and paste it here. So that's correct. Let's move on to the next section. That is what percent of the drive are documents. Include put the percentage in your answer. Okay, so we will do so. And before moving on to the question, let's see what all subsections are also given here. There is another section as operating system user accounts, so we can find all the user accounts given in the operating system, or we can find the recent documents which were accessed, recycle bin, run programs, shell bags, USB devices which were attached at the time. Also, so Autopsy is a very powerful tool. Okay, so Autopsy is a very powerful tool. We can see all those web things, that is web bookmarks, cache, categories, cookies, downloads history, and even the web search history. So that's a lot of things. So in order to go over the next question, that is about related to the drive. Okay, so we need to analyze the drive, that what percentage of the drive was the documents. Okay, so we will go over to the drive. Let's go over to the summary section. Okay, let's go over to the summary section. In the summary section, we see that there was the usage given us, that it was the OS drive of Windows 7 Ultimate Service Pack 1. OS is Windows 7 Ultimate Service Pack 1. The size was 21 GB. Okay, and the file types are also analyzed in a pie chart. Okay, so it is a very powerful tool. It has analyzed and made the work for us very easy. Okay, so the first thing is images. Images is 8.2%, videos is 0.2, audio is 0.8, not analyzed 0, and others are 8.2, unknown 6.7, executables 35.2, and there is our documents, that is 40.8%. so that's our answer. Let me just write the answer for us. So I will submit it and it's correct. Before going over the next question, I want you to see all these subsections which are panels which are given in here in the summary section. There is the user activity, which says about what are the recent programs which were accessed by the user or was opened up in the system, what are the recent domains which were accessed by the system, what all recent web searches which were done. So it is a lot of things, and there is an analysis also which doesn't say something because we haven't attached the disk image actually. So that is saying that no data exists. It is because we have not attached the disk image file. Let's move on to the next, which says recent files. We see that recent downloads are given here. Okay, so, the first one was google.com, second from apple.com. Okay, so past cases we can also see, geolocation also we can see, timeline we can also see, and ingest history we can also see. Okay, and there is a container also. So container actually says about the name and the display name and the device ID and the time zone, the size, and the image type, which is raw single. Okay, it also says about the unallocated space. So all these things are there. So we have now able to know that what all things are given in the summary, and we can easily analyze that what all recent things have happened to the drive. So we move on to the question. Okay, so you have actually get a hold over the user interface. Okay, so the question is, majority of the file events occurred on what date? So we need to find that what date did the file events occurred. So let's see that if we can find out on the user activity, maybe we can get over it. So there is the web searches, there's the recent programs, recent device attached. Okay, so it's not here. Recent files, so it is not a lot of things given here. Past cases, we have not given anything. So activity range actually includes a good timeline frame. So let's view in the timeline. So opening it. So if we click on what date it was given, the date was not given. We need to know that majority of the file events occurred when did the majority of file events occurred. So let me just minimize this and analyze it from here. So if you see that the chart is actually giving us the file events as the red ones and the result events as the green ones. Okay, so as I see that the red ones is actually high on this, the last date. That means we have to see about the last date. Let's now view in timeline. So as I see that it was on 25 of the March. Okay, 25 of the March, as we can see the red one is high. That means the file events, majority of the file events occurred on this date. Okay, so that's our answer, 25 March 2015. The next thing is, what is the name of the install program with the version number of this? Okay, so we have the version number. We need to know that what was the program's name. I will minimize all these things, and we see a section of installed programs. So we can go over here and let's see if we can find a program with the version name of 6.2. There is the Google Chrome, Apple software, Google Drive. Okay, so here it is, Eraser 6.202962. so that's the version, and the version is same, version number is same, and the name of the program is Eraser. So that's our answer and it's correct. Let's move on to the next section, that is, a user has a password hint. What is the value? So I already told you there is one section which logs about all the user account systems or all the user account information. Let's move on to the operating system user account. Here we are given a lot of usernames, that is informant, temporary, admin 11, IT tech team, administrator, guest, system profile, local service, network service. Okay, so these are the things, and we see that date it was created, date accessed, count, account type or the privileges that those accounts have are also given here. So it's very powerful actually. I'm reiterating this thought because Autopsy is really wonderful tool, and the most important thing is it's open source. Okay, so it makes us easy for analyze things without expending any money. So I see only one account has a password hint, and that hint is for the username informant, and the hint is IAMAN. So I will just write IAMAN because there is only one hint, and that's correct. Next, move on to the Next question. Numerous secret files were accessed from a network drive. What was the IP address? So there is one section here also which says about recent documents. So let's see that if recent documents have anything like that or not. So in the question it is said that secret files. So some secret files were accessed from a network. Network means that according to any IP address. And when I come here in the recent document section, I see that there are many links given. These are not the actual path but the links of the files. And there is certain awkward thing, that is a secret file here is also there, and here is also, here also, here also, here also. So there are a lot of secret files and these are accessed from a certain IP address, and 10.11.11.128. so this IP address is actually a home network address, and that means that most of these secret projects were accessed from this, and this means that this is the IP address we need to answer. So the IP address is 10.11.11.128. So this is correct. Let's move on to the what web search item has the most entries. So in order to answer that, we need to go over the web search history. Let's see the web search section, and I see that a lot of things were going here. And if I just shorten up the text, I see most of the texts which were searched are given in one section. So I see top stories, there were 4 instances of that and they are combined up at once. Anti-forensics tools, they are combined at once. And let's see which was most of the time searched out. So there it is, information leak cases. I think it has occurred many times. Yes, it has occurred many times. That means information leakage cases are actually the search term which was accessed many times. The next thing is what was the web search conducted on 3/25/2015 and at this timestamp. Let's shorten up the whole section. Let's just shorten up the section by the date. Let's go over to the 25th of March, which would be at the bottom, and there it is, and the timestamp is the same one, 21:46:44. We see 2 instances at that time, and both instances are the same, that is anti-forensics tools, which was searched on bing.com. So that means our answer is anti-forensics tools. So that's correct. Next is what binary is listed as an interesting file. So we need to know that what binary is listed as an interesting file. So let's see. If we see the user interface carefully, then we see that there is a section called interesting items, and Autopsy by its own intelligence gets that there is certain interesting items that we should take a look at, and there is one named as cloud storage, and there are 2 interesting files there, and both are the same actually, Google Drive sync.exe, and that is our name actually, which we need to enter here, Google Drive sync.exe. Okay, so that's correct. The next thing is what self-assuring message did the informant write for himself on a sticky note? No spaces. So we need to find out that where is the sticky note. Then we can open it, or we can get over the data what it is embedded in. Okay, so in order to get the sticky note, we need to know that where is the sticky note located. So where we can do so, we can do our own research. we can go on Google and find out where a sticky note is located. I will do the same, and I will give you the same practicality about it. I will search sticky notes are located in, and here we are given that and if you create any notes, you will find the SNT file in the app data roaming Microsoft sticky notes. So it is given here that we can find in this directory. Let's move on to the data sources, and in the data sources we see that there are two volumes. And the first volume actually doesn't contain a lot of things. It is actually containing the system files but not the user files. Okay, and we can find the sticky note in the user files only. And if you see the third volume, there contains program files and the user files. So we go over to the user file, and we see that informant, which is actually a user, has left a sticky note. Let's move on to the informants file folder. We go over to the app data, we go over to the roaming section, and then we go over to the Microsoft, because sticky notes is a Microsoft product. We go over to the sticky notes, and here we are with the sticky notes.snt file. Okay, so here we are given with the sticky notes file. I will make it bigger for you. Okay, and as we make it bigger, here we are given to the message. Actually it is a message embedded in it, or was written in it, that is tomorrow everything will be okay. And this is a self-assuring message actually, and the hint was given actually with you that it is a self-assuring message. So I will just copy and paste it, and that's correct. Let's go over to the task kit, which is visualization tool, and I am making it fast because I don't think there is a lot of to understand, and you need to go over things by your own. Okay, I am just giving you a brief overview, and if you have any doubts, then you can clear it out from here. Okay, so it's better to getting the exploration experiences by yourself only, and not watching a lot of videos or walkthroughs. Okay, but actually I have made another video on disk analysis and autopsy room, which gives a lot of hands-on experience for you, that you can watch it. I will drop the link down in the description, and you can easily watch it. So get over to the description and watch it. Let's see the task 8, which is visualization tools. Okay, so a lot of things are given here, but we need to go over. You can read it for your own sake, but I will just give you a brief overview just by going over to the question. Using the timeline, how many results were there on 2015 1/12? Okay, so the date is given to us, that is 12 January 2015, and the timeline. On the timeline we need to analyze. Let's open up the timeline. So the timeline is opening up, and I will just set the time units as days, as we need to get over things on a certain date only. Let's fix the time as 2015 January of 12. I will put the time as 12 AM, as it means that it was the start of the day. Okay, it means that it was the start of the day. Why is it not working? I think I have to put it here only. Let's set the time now. (2015) 12 Jan 12:00, and it should be AM. So that's the thing, and I will hit enter, and here also I will adjust at the end. Okay, so I will adjust it at the end. I will set it to 13 of January, and it will be the start of the day. That means at 12 AM in the midnight. Okay, so I have searched in enter, and we can see on this day we are finding some of the things. So there were 46 results. As you can see, there are 46 results. That means the number of file events that occurred on 12th of the January on 2015 was 46. Okay, you can set the time and actually set it according to your results, and you can move on to the details section to get more information. As you can see, there are program files, and 46 is the given to us, and we can also get the results in the list. So these are the things, these are the events which occurred. Okay, and in graph format we are given in the count section. So that's the answer for us, that is 46. So that means that we have completed the room. I have shown you the user interface also, and it was given in certain way. Here it was written, but I have not read out, because we can get a better experience from our own exploration. So that means I have completed, or we have completed the room. And if you want to analyze more about autopsy case files, or know more about autopsy, then you can refer to the room that I have walked through. That is disk analysis and autopsy. It is split into 2 parts. You can check it out. I will drop the link in the description, and please subscribe to the channel and leave a like, or recommend anything you want, any walkthroughs you want, any other thing you need about the consultation in this Try Hack Me, then I will help you. Thank you for this, and goodbye.